Well, hello. I'm very sure majority had seen, or majority actually saw the video that went viral yesterday about the sent forth ritual that was done for the Pope that died. Okay, respect to the dead. But come to think of it, on a more serious note, I'm not smiling. Let's be frank with ourselves. If what do you think would have happened? What do you think the controversy will have been right now? Let's assuming it happened in Africa, Nigeria precisely, because I really know much about Nigeria being an African. Imagine a man of God being dead, and all of a sudden the ministers, the disciples, let me put it that way, or the congregations decide to send him off by putting on that kind of attire, all in black and red, not even white, all in black and red, all masked with a black clothing and red clothing. What would you have been saying? What would have been your thought right now? But the thing is, for those people that have been following me, they know that I've really been talking about spirituality. Is not something that just came up to me all of a sudden. For those that have been following me, I said a lot of things are really going to be happening in 2025, because that is exactly what God wants to happen. Many things are really going to be opening up. Many things are really going to happen in 2025, and it's just happening. It's just happening, and they're already happening. They're surfacing already. For those people that have been following me, they know that I've been talking about spirituality. If you check up some of my my posts, you've seen that I'm talking about spirituality. I didn't just start talking about spirituality all of a sudden because I feel like I want to. It's because of what I've seen. I started talking about spirituality based on my experiences, based on my revelations, because there are some things I have seen now and beyond that's something I've seen that are beyond. Let me say, they're just messages. I just like something just want me to know it. I believe. They just want me to know it. Probably because I'll be able to talk more about it. I didn't just wake up and start talking about religion. It's a message. It's like, I don't know, it just came to me. It just got attracted to me. So I decided to just start talking about it. Let's be realistic with ourselves. The truth is, we love to live in denial. Majority loves to live in denial. We don't want to be told the truth. We still want to be lied to. Imagine, look at what is happening. Okay, when I keep telling people that we Nigerians, we Africans, we've lost our culture, we've lost our tradition, we enjoy the religion, like we took it upon ourselves. We lost our culture. I'm a Yoruba girl, I'm a Yoruba lady. Yes, I'm a child of God. I don't discriminate any religion the way I am. I don't discriminate any religion because something I've seen before. I don't discriminate any religion. I believe in oneness. I believe in your conscience. I believe in your heart. I believe in your way of life. I don't even care about the surface of you. I don't care about that. I want to see through you, because I want to see through you who you really are. Not for exactly what you are or what majority are saying you to be in surface. No. We decided to imbibe the culture of some people, of this people. You people know what I'm talking about. Yeah, decided to imbibe their culture and tradition, living our own. Okay, they took our own in exchange and gave us something else. Okay, you know, there's something about life. Everything has positive and negative. Everything has positive and negative. Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you believe in other idols, everything has positive and negative. That is how life is generally. That's how life is being wired. Okay, let me take you through some of the ways that I think you can reflect a bit too. Okay, understanding why we missed our culture and the way they took our culture and misinterpreted it to us. They reformed the culture. They reformed our ancestors. They reformed their own tradition. Okay, they are actually doing those things. They're actually performing those things, but they reformed them to us. Number one, I'm very sure majority of you have seen the movie Aquaman. Okay, for those that doesn't really know Aquaman has to do with one of our deities here in Africa. It has to do with Olokun. Olokun, some people believe Olokun is a man, some people believe Olokun is a woman, but Olokun can either be a man, but Olokun mainly is a man, I think. Okay? That's Aquaman. Number two, again, I think everybody will have seen is the movie Thor. I jokingly spoke about it. I think I wrote about it in one of my previous posts on, I don't know, I think Facebook or Instagram. I spoke about it. Like, I think even on my YouTube, when I spoke about this Agemo thing that happened. That have you ever seen where anybody, a normal person, or even anybody at all, being able to hold the Thor armor? Nobody. Yes, that is it. It's like that. So Thor is more of like Sango in Yoruba, because Thor is it has to do with lightning. Whenever Thor is arrived, it has to do with light. It comes from earth, it comes from hope. Are you saying? I think the movie and then if you notice the scene of the movie itself, it has to do with, I can't really, I'm not the type of people that, I'm not the type of person that really remembers movies like that, or remember the name of movies, but at least one or two scenes that I can simply recollect. I think it's Avenger or something. It's not Avengers. That has to do with different, the collection of all these heroes, the collection of all the heroes that they came together and started fighting. They started fighting for the cause of human. Can you think about it? Fighting for the cause of human. Okay, that Thor was there and all of that. Remember, they were not here. They were trying to make us understand that those beings are in another realm. They are not here where humans are. They are making us believe that those things are not here. And definitely, they are not here. They were here, but not here anymore. They actually mixed with humans, but they are not here anymore. I'm going to give us a story about it that has to do with Africa. I'm going to give you a story about it. I think mainly in Nigeria. I'm going to give you a story or a movie that you can watch that can at least give you a brief insight of what I'm really, really talking about. Okay? Like that. So, that is it. And then there was this creature, one very giant, I don't know, don't even when it comes to movie like that, I don't really know. When it comes to this giant thing, that like more of a scary creature, very tall among them that they were fighting against, that stands for what? The devil. Okay? So those people, they were rebelling against that creature to what? To save the world. That's the movie. So this now goes back to when they talk to you about Olokun, Oshun, the likes of the Agemo, Ogun, Eshu, Obatala, Orunmila. When they talk to you about Ifa, okay? This video, I know after dropping this video, some people have been looking at me with another kind of look or something like that. I don't give a sorry, I don't give a half. I don't care. Because I'm not living in denial. I'm not. Okay? I don't want to because what I'm doing is because I really want to know about my culture. And I want people to know about the culture. If not you, I want the generations that are coming at least to have a brief understanding about it. Because if the knowledge is being lost amongst us, how about the generations coming? I don't want you to get lost. Because we are missing out a lot. We're missing out a lot. Imagine we being ripped off our own comfort. We've been ripped off of our power, and they are giving us something else. They're making us being divided. Okay. As I was saying, okay, like many people love to keep living in denial. Like I said, there was Ishu, there was Obatala, there was Orunmila, there was Olokun. Before the arrival of Oduduwa. Some people said Oduduwa came from Mecca, or some people said he came from somewhere else. I don't really know about that. I don't really get that part. Okay. But where I'm driving at is the fact that you see some of these deities, they were supernatural beings that they were sent on earth. They were sent messages by God, Olokun, Ilutumare. So come and perform some certain purposes on earth. Okay? Before they got too relaxed and got too, let me say, they got addicted to the way of life. The earth was a bit sweeter than what they expected, And then they like that of Obatala, he forgot the message I was supposed to do. Not that he forgot, but he just neglected and continued with the way of life of every every other imam. Though he was powerful, majority of them was powerful. It was like that before Oduduwa now came. Okay, then started teaching. Oduduwa was now more powerful. Oduduwa was more powerful than, he now came to govern them. Okay, he could fight war, he could win. He has supernatural power. He was extraordinarily powerful. So he came. Then to cut long story short, he got married to Olokun. Olokun couldn't bear him a child, so Olokun gave to him one of our maid. Okay, then to cut along the line, the maid got pregnant. She got pregnant and she gave birth to a son called Okonbi. Okay, where I'm driving now basically is the fact that those deities that we are calling deities, those things that we are calling deities, they didn't just become deities all of a sudden. They were supernatural beings. They were just like humans, like us, that they were sent on assignment. They were sent on earth for assignment, Then, I think I'm going to talk about this another time. I don't want this video to be so lengthy. And there was issue. Like, the misconception people have about issue is the fact that issue is wicked, issue is this, issue is that. Okay? Like they said, issue is Satan. Yoruba wise, some of the things they are missing, issue is not Satan. Issue is not the devil that we are talking about in the Bible. Issue is not that serpent. Issue is not the serpent. Okay? Traditional wise, in Yoruba wise, issue is not the serpent. Issue is just like a deity. It was a supernatural being. That's when we talk about issue. And then I think, God, let's talk about, I don't want to mix up the video. I don't want it to be too long. The life is about positive and negative. Everybody can do harm. Talking about issue, there's a misconception about issue. They believe issue is a very bad person. Issue is always rebelling against people, something like that. This is rebellious being rather. Issue is the type of person that is very deceptive naturally, very deceptive. It has that, that everybody has their own way of life. Everybody has their own specialty. Everybody has where they are very good at that. Some people that are very manipulative. Issue was very manipulative. He had that tactic to manipulate people, that you cannot easily read you cannot easily read his mind. You cannot know what's the next thing that he's about to do. Issue, when they say it's just what is happening right now on earth. When they want to do bad. That's why I said, you see all these deities, they are meant for good. But we humans decide to be using them for bad. So you can actually use them for good or you can use them for bad. Okay? That is where it still boils down to the fact that everybody is supposed to have the power to use all these things. But they took them away from us. They don't want us to be able to use them. Because all these things have to do with energies. I'm going to talk about that. Okay, I'm talking about Ishu. Ishu is a being. When Ishu was even a being on earth, Ishu loved palm oil. And he hated Adi. That's palm kernel. Okay? Palm oil, if you want to entice Ishu, you want to get anything from Ishu, he will give Ishu palm oil. That was how he really became friends with Obatala, because Obatala really knew Ishu. Obatala too is a man of wisdom. He could easily read. He knows how to, when somebody is a man of wisdom, you know what somebody likes, and when somebody, you know how to attract somebody. You understand the tactic of life, understand the tactics of people. So it will give. As I was saying, so Ishu liked palm oil. If you want to appease Ishu, just give Ishu palm oil. Then again, if you want to look for trouble, Ishu's trouble, give Ishu palm kernel. They call it Adi. That is why in Yoruba, there's this thing. That's why I said that you can actually use it for good. Those things, you can actually use them for good and bad. So if you want to look for Ishu's trouble, okay, just give Ishu palm kernel. That is why if they want to use Ishu, they want to send Ishu a very bad message, they would go to the shrine of Ishu. They would use palm kernel. They would put palm kernel on Ishu. They would tell palm kernel that they would tell Ishu that it's so person that said I should pour this thing on you, okay? And then when somebody is giving you, naturally when somebody gives you what you don't like, you will be very rebellious. You want to fight. That is just the way it is. That is why, that's the notion that, so the notion that he gave to us about Ishu, it's not really what it is. There's a misconception that is really, that we really need to teach ourselves, that we really need to teach, not really us, that I think the generations coming should know about. See, there are misconceptions. These deities are not really meant for evil. They are not meant for evil. Like I said, anybody can do evil. Anybody can do evil. Anybody can invoke anything. But that's why even when your pastors or when your imam prays for you, they will tell you your faith. Your faith has to do with your conscience. It has to do with your mindset. If it's strong, faith is when you strongly believe that something is going to happen for you. That's what they call spirit of manifestation. When you strongly believe that thing's going to happen for you, it's going to happen. So if your pastor pray or your imam prays for you from now till thy kingdom come, if you're strong, your faith is not strong, it's not going to happen. Okay? It's not going to happen. Then if you want to understand this, the differences between the way our own culture is, where we've lost it, and where they are using our culture is, do you know there's spirit in nature? Everybody is spiritually gifted. Yes, period. Just that at least you need to learn. Okay? Everybody needs to learn. There's some people that are spiritually gifted that even if they don't know how to make use of that power. Some people have to teach them to make use of that power. But there are some people that there are people that already know how to make use of that power. They can teach you. You understand? That is the way it is. Let's talk about spirituality. Let's talk about our body. Let's talk about Avatar. The movie Avatar. Avatar has to do with fire. The animated version of the Avatar has to do with the fire, the air and water. Those are elements. These elements are being created by God. They have power. It depends on how you're able to make use of them. So what makes Avatar different? Avatar Roku. What made him different was the fact that he could manifest, he could summon, he could manifest by using all those things. You understand? He had power over the elements. He had power over the elements. That's it. He's not different. He's just a bit different. He has power. Look at it. And they're calling water. Yeah, in Nigeria, we have what they call Oshun. We summon the spirit of Oshun. We summon the spirit of Olokun. We do all those stuffs. But but instead, we see it as evil. Okay? They're using it for good. We can actually use these things for good. Okay? Anybody can be evil. You can use even the Quran or the Bible. You can use it for good. You can use it for... in Quran, there's what they call tabatiada. In Bible, there's some verses that you can use to curse. That is it. But there's this misconception. Okay? And then again, the other version of Avatar, when it talks about body, this Avatar thing, there's this movie, they're in human form. And immediately they enter this particular, I don't know what the technology is. When the time they enter, they actually go to somewhere else. That's to make you understand that they are going into another realm. That's another spiritual realm. Okay? In the normal sense, they're going to another spiritual realm. And then when they get to the spiritual realm, talking about the body, they have this tail. And then this tail, whenever they use it to touch a particular tree, there's a way they get messages. Okay, that's to make you understand that our body system is wired just like a connected wire. When you plug it, there's this energy that passes through them, the electricity passes through them, the power passes through them. Okay, it passes through. That is just the way it is before it starts working. That is just almost the same. That's why in everything that has to do with human spirituality and physical, when we're talking about spirituality and physical, they're talking about energy. We're talking about light, you're talking about energy. When you're talking about forms, you're talking about energy. You're talking about anything that has to do with air, you're talking about positive or negative. I just want to be fast, whatever I'm saying. There's something about thinking about it. We're talking about called positive and energy. Positive and negative energy. Okay? It has to be the electricity. Even when we're talking about everything we're talking about has to do with energy. Okay? And everything that we are using, before you talk about water, talking about air, talking about human being, talking about energy. You say energy is everything. Energy is you eat food to give you energy. Energy is ability to walk. You don't need, if without energy you can't do anything. When talking about water is energy. When talking about electricity, electricity is energy. When talking about phone, technology has to do with energy. So everything has to do with energy. I want to be very fast with what I'm saying. Maybe another time I will do video. I'm very sure the smart ones will understand what I'm trying to say. And then another thing is when we talk about that movie, Avatar, they could sense things, okay? They could sense things, aside from the fact that it's movie, but naturally, in the natural sense, they are going to another realm. And when they're going to another room, that tail, they're using that tail to touch a particular thing. That tail is giving them another sense. Okay? That's why when they talk about another thing that they are using it to, that they've used to brainwash us again, is the fact that, not even say brainwash, they manipulated us, because some people are already are working already. Is the fact that when you're talking about sex, talking about the sex, okay? They say there's some people that they say their father, they don't have to have sex, okay? You have to be plain, you have to be yourself, you don't have to have intercourse with anybody. Why? Because they believe that this body system, but when they say body, your body is the temple of God. This body system, why is it that it's as easy as when they tell you that when you have sex with somebody, some particular beings, you lose some possession of yourself. Okay? It's like that. Because this body is not just our body. This body has to do, there's some particular part of our body that are attached spirituality. That are attached spiritually to God. Yes. That's why they say women that we are the temple of God. Your body is the temple of God. Even men, it's applicable to men too. Because as you're having this, you're having that, you're losing some possession. That is the way it is. That is why they call the fathers, they are not having intercourse. Because in as much as they are not having that intercourse, their body is retained. Their spiritual, there's a particular body. I think, oh God, I don't want to be fast. So, it's like that. They're not having the sex, meaning they are retaining some particular energies in their body. They are not exchanging the energy. Their energy, they have this connection. It's like wire. Okay? They are not plugging different kind of entities inside their body that is going to deprive them of some particular things spiritually. It's like that. That is why when they start doing this, they do that, they do that, they do this, they do that, they start losing possession. Those that are not losing possession, they know how they do that thing. Why is it that they tell you that if they want to collect, some people, if they want to collect your power, they have to have sex with you? Why is that even sometimes in your dream, you have to see, in your dream, they tell you that when they have sex with you, are losing your power. Some people that are spiritually gifted, but as soon as they start having sex with them, they start having sex with them. Some people collect your power by having sex with you. Why is it like that? Because your body has to do with spiritual. It has to do with, your body is spiritual, it's strong. They know it's an origin. It is not that it's like that don't have this. It is not written anywhere that don't have sex. It is just that they know that there is power in it. They know that there's power in it. They know there is power in it. That's the fucking truth they're not telling you. That's why they tell you sometimes that, okay, when you want to be holy, when you're trying to be holy, they don't do that. Some after doing, they know how to cleanse themselves. That one is that. Another thing is that, why is it that some people, when they say they do yoga, it's not the same body? Why is it that when you're like this, you're just asleep? Why is it that some people, when they do like this, they perform the yoga, they're already in another room, they're already in another room, they are there. So this body is, everything has to do with spiritual. So wake up, Africans. We are losing so many things. They tell you that this, your culture is that. I'm not against any tradition the way I am. The thing is, don't use it for evil. Don't use anything for evil. Some people minds, they are taught. You see, this mindset has great connection with God. Some people don't have to go to extra mile to harm you. You see, they are taught against you alone. The wishes they have against you alone. If it comes to pass, some people their evil thoughts is even much more evil than that of witches and wizards. So it's like that. So this culture thing, please, people should not lose it. I'm talking like this because I've experienced these things. I know where I came from. I've been through some shit. Some people that are seeing my video right now, they know what I'm talking about. They actually know what I'm talking about. Some people, they feel because you feel they're clothed, they do this every day. They go to church, they go to mosque. You think they are really. Some of them, the energies that they are energy vampires. They are mean. They are wicked. So what I'm saying, everybody is spiritual. Everybody has the power to do evil. Anybody has power to do evil. Why I can do evil, but the thing is, I can never, and I won't. I will not do that evil. God is always with you. God is always with you. Have a connection with God. Somebody tell me there's no God. We tell you that you cannot have connection with God. You have that connection with God, you'll be marveled. When God starts showing you himself. Everybody can do evil. Everybody can do evil. You can do evil with anything. You can do evil with nature. Ordinarily, you have water. You can do evil with water. But those things are meant for good. This issue that people are using to do bad, issue actually has its own good side. But you're using it for bad. You're using it for evil. If some of you know what some so-called men of God, that you say that are men of God, what they are doing. But the thing is, if they come out to tell you that this is exactly what they are doing, Well, the thing is, they are using it for good. There's some pastors that they will tell you that you should carry water. They tell you that you should read some particular verses in the Bible. It's not what? They're the same words. You too, do your own faith now. It's the same words that they are using. When you have that power, when God has, when you see this art, let it be good. This your art, let it be good. So the thing is, the culture is not something that we should wipe away just like that. We shouldn't wipe away our culture and tradition. We should embrace our tradition. We should embrace it. Those people, they are using our culture. It will shock us that they would eventually come with this culture of ours. You will be paying for it. They said they did electricity. They had to do some things with water. They wanted to do bridge. This so-called bridge, they needed to perform some particular things. Oyinbo, they needed to do some things before they could do those things. There's some plants that they can never walk. There's a particular story that my dad told me. I'm going to share it soon. A plant, before the plant could walk, they did some particular rituals before the plant could walk. Was that plant for evil? Was it for evil? But you see, wake up. After this video, you can see me and start thinking. You see, me, I don't have any wahala with any human being on this earth. I don't have any explanation to give you. You see me, it's between me and God. You see this conscience of mine, it's between me and God. I don't have any explanation to give you. Whether you see me for who I am, I'm evil. Yes, I'm evil. You see me for good, I'm good. Anything you say about me, anything you read, anything you wish, anything you see that you think I am, that's what I am. You can see me like I move like this. But that's just it. As I said initially that this my video is not for the weak. My video is not for the weak. My video is not for the shallow people with shallow mindset. My videos are not for children. They are for people that have wisdom. Okay? That really wish to know more. So please, at least for you to understand, to have brief understanding about what I'm saying in a way. If you don't want to read on the ancestral history of the Yoruba land, you can watch the movie Oduduwa. Watch the part 1 and 2. Then you can comment on my video. I can as well comment on my video. I'm very sure the Agbalagbas, they understand what I'm talking about. Another thing is that don't forget I'm still your realtor. You want to buy land for investment, development, or land banking, I'm with you. So put a call through to me, send a DM, then I can continue from there. Till another time. Bye for now.